These books predicted the future, and it's terrifying. Imagine picking up a book and realizing it described events that would happen decades later. A novel that predicted the Titanic sinking, a story that warned us about mass surveillance, a book that foresaw a world controlled by technology. These aren't just coincidences, they are chilling glimpses into the future. Let's dive into the books that predicted reality long before it happened. Here's a detailed explanation of the books mentioned in the short. Hazard 1 Futility, 1898, the book that predicted the Titanic. Author Morgan Robertson. Morgan Robertson's novel Futility, later renamed The Wreck of the Titan, describes the sinking of a massive, unsinkable ship named Titan after it hits an iceberg in the North Atlantic. Eerie similarities to the Titanic disaster, 1912. Titan was described as unsinkable, just like the Titanic. Both ships hit an iceberg in April in the North Atlantic. Both had not enough lifeboats, leading to mass casualties. The Titan was 800 feet long, while the Titanic was 882 feet long, very close in size. Coincidence or an uncanny prediction? Some believe Robertson was simply well versed in maritime trends, while others find the details too close for comfort. Hasher 2, 1984-1949, A Chilling Vision of the Future, George Orwell. George Orwell's 1984 is a dystopian novel that introduced the world to the concept of Big Brother, mass surveillance, and government control. Governments now use cameras, internet tracking, and data collection to monitor people, just like Big Brother in the novel. Rewriting history, the book describes a world where governments alter historical records. Today, fake news and censorship are common issues. Thought control. Orwell imagined thought crimes and oppressive governments silencing dissent. Social media bans, cancel culture, and speech control mirror this idea. 1984 remains one of the most relevant books in modern discussions about privacy and freedom. 3. Brave New World, 1932, The Future of Technology and Control, author Aldous Huxley. Huxley's Brave New World describes a society where technology controls human behavior, a world eerily similar to today. Mind-altering drugs. The book features a drug called Soma that keeps people happy and obedient. Today, antidepressants and recreational drugs serve a similar role. Genetic engineering. The novel describes test tube babies and genetic modifications similar to IVF and gene editing today. Distraction by entertainment. In Brave New World, people are controlled by pleasure and entertainment. Today, social media, streaming services, and digital addiction dominate our lives. Huxley predicted a future where people don't need force to be controlled because they are distracted into compliance. 4. The Machine Stops, 1909, predicting the internet and isolation, author E.M. Forster. Forster's short story, The Machine Stops, describes a world where people live in isolated pods and communicate only through screens, basically predicting the internet, social media, and remote living. Predictions that came true. The Internet and Video Calls. The book describes a global machine where people communicate through screens similar to Zoom, Skype, and FaceTime. Remote work and isolation. People stay inside and avoid real-world interaction, just like during lockdowns and digital work culture today. Over-reliance on technology. When the machine breaks down, society collapses, similar to how we struggle when Wi-Fi or power goes out. Forster's vision in 1909 was shockingly accurate, decades before computers even existed. These books weren't just stories, they were warnings about where humanity could be headed. Whether it's Surveillance, 1984, technology addiction, Brave New World, or Isolation, The Machine Stops, these authors saw the future before it happened. Which book's prediction surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments.